Ladies and gentlemen, behold. Oh, I timed this wrong. Nate's caterpillar.
That's a way to introduce it.
Yeah.
If anybody's just listening to this, they're like, the fuck is he talking about? And you know what?
Yeah.
I think we should just leave it that way.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you got to
It'll
know.
force you to go to YouTube and
Yeah.
search the Quack Report and see exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. And then after that, you can do whatever you want. Well, actually, no, you can't. Sorry, I lied. You have to like and subscribe.
There
and
you
if
go.
you are in as much shock as I was when I first saw it, you'll probably want to leave a comment too. And then after that, you can go do whatever you want.
I promise this is not a full-time thing. By
Yeah.
any means. By any means.
Do you want to start off with the story just for everybody, since you know not everybody's as like cool and hip as you and is on TikTok?
I feel like it can be summed up in 4 words. I saw Top Gun. So anybody hasn't figured it out yet, I guess after that. So there's a TikTok trend going around of you got Miles Teller playing Rooster, who's Goose's son from the original Top Gun movie. He's playing Rooster in Top Gun Maverick. My girlfriend and I went to go see that on Friday night. So there's a TikTok trend going around that, my girlfriend's fawning over Miles Teller and his mustache, and it's a bunch of guys shaving off their beards and just going with the mustache look. And so I was joking with my girlfriend about this, and she just goes, I'd be kind of curious to see it, actually. Just curious. And I was like, all right, sure, let's go for it. She did say after, though, she's like, I didn't think you would actually do it. And I was like, when have you not known me to be ballsy, though?
Yeah, right.
I'm like, it's facial hair, it'll grow back.
Yeah. I think it's hilarious how much power like women have over us as men, or like it doesn't even have to be women, but like partners, significant others have over us as men, because there was just you with your girlfriend and she was like, I'd be curious, and you're like, I will shave my whole beard just to show you what my mustache looks
like. To be fair though, even like I think there was a couple times I looked in the mirror like for like the last couple of weeks, and it was honestly like it was kind of there before, not even because of Top Gun. I was just like, I'd just be kind of curious to see like what it would look like with just a mustache.
Yeah,
be kind of curious.
You
and then
like that go like this, right? And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not quite the same though. I don't know. Yeah, because I still have like at the time I still have everything like hanging down underneath my hands.
I guess, yeah,
so
it's not quite the same.
It's not true representation. So
yeah,
don't worry, everybody. If you are very concerned for my well-being, the beard is already in is already coming back. I guess the distance from the camera doesn't really show it, but I already got pretty good length here actually coming in.
Yeah, if you're watching it like on your TV or have like a really high definition like computer screen, it just kind of looks like a 5 o'clock shadow right now. But
it is longer than that though.
It is, yeah. When I saw you yesterday, it was it looked like what my neck looked like in high school. So I don't know, I was pretty proud of it back then. It looks pretty good.
It honestly is maybe like a couple millimeters shorter than Mike Smith's neck beard. Let's put it that way.
There you go. Yeah. That's a better comparison probably. But yeah, further to my point, your girlfriend was like, I'd be curious what you look like with just a mustache, and you shaved it. And then my girlfriend was like, when I was just like not getting a haircut because it was COVID and I was lazy and didn't want to leave the house, she was like, you look pretty good with long hair. Haven't touched it since. So they can do wild things to us.
Yeah, absolutely they can.
Yeah.
So to say that our hair situation is our girlfriend's fault, right? Yes. We don't take any responsibility for this.
Yes. It is the fault of our girlfriends that we look as bad as we do.
There you go. Oh man.
Besides shaving your beard, how was your week, Nate?
It's pretty good otherwise. Like I said, I went to go see Top Gun Maverick, which it was a really good movie, actually. I very much enjoyed it. I guess if we're sticking on the lines of like watching stuff, I'm excited to watch the final episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi after we're done this. I have made sure that my Twitter muted words and phrases and that were up to date. Because I guess I had friends who were already getting spoiled. Like this morning, as soon as they woke up, because there's assholes on there who will, stay up till whatever time the episode comes out and start talking about it right away with spoilers.
Yeah.
And I think I talked about this before. If you're one of those people, you suck. All right. let people who are on a normal schedule enjoy things, please.
Hey, if us night owls have to get up for 9 a.m. doctor's appointments because that's like what people do, or worse, 8 a.m., then us night owls can ruin your TV shows.
Okay, give it 48 hours.
Yeah, I'm
right?
being funny. I would never ruin anybody's
No, I
TV
know
show,
you.
but yeah.
I know. I'm just saying though, like you can give 48 hours. That gives people time to, watch it.
Yeah, for something like that, like a TV show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, back in the day, like when shows would air on the weekend, it would be like the next day's or like the next Monday's water cooler talk. And I know it's a Wednesday now, right?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
okay.
some shows it's a Wednesday, so it's okay. Give it till Friday or Saturday, I guess.
Yeah.
If it's a Friday show, give it till the Monday, right? Then you can kind of talk about it. So
Yeah.
but yeah, spoilers suck. I did unfortunately this was me learning that like muted phrases and that on Twitter, some of them have an expiry to them if unless you don't set it. And
Gotcha.
so I did get spoiled with just a scene, like pretty much as soon as I woke up. No context or anything to it. It was just a screenshot, and I was like, "Oh man, that'd have been kind of cool to see." Actually, like I was like, "Oh man," like, and I'm just gonna be waiting around for this scene and whatnot. Luckily for me, it was literally the first scene of the episode, so I'm like,
that's good.
Okay, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Still would have been nice for the surprise though.
Yeah, it's not like the cliffhanger ending where like you can see them building up to it throughout the episode. And you're like, oh my god. It's just like right off the bat. It's just like it's like you started the episode and then you were like, oh shit, I worked like an hour earlier today, and then you left. So
exactly.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Oh man. What about you? What was your week like?
Pretty good. I've just been, applying for jobs and stuff like that. I kind of teased you yesterday because you came to.
Oh yeah, you got a story
for
us here.
I got a little bit of a story. It's not as good as it could have been, but I don't know. There's still some good parts. So
I know.
I'll try and
there's
keep it
no
interesting.
promise in this from like the tease that you gave me.
Yeah. So, so there's some like job application sites that you just like upload your resume to, and then like the employers can like search for like specific people and then like invite you to apply for those jobs. Like I think pretty much all of them do it now. Like ZipRecruiter, I think was the first one to do it. And then Indeed, I think also kind of does that. And those are like the two main ones, at least up here.
Yeah. I remember for Indeed, I got reached out to by a trucking company. I think it was, but I was laughing because they're like, yeah, this is like the schedule that we'd have you work. And I'm like, that's literally the exact opposite of what I said.
Yeah.
Thank you, though.
So yeah, someone reached out to me. I shouldn't have said the name of those platforms because they usually sponsor podcasts, and we just sponsored them for free. But whatever. Somebody reached out to me, and they were like,
one freebie.
Yeah, they're like, hey, apply for this like financial services job. And I was like, I read the description, and I was like, I mean, if they really want me to, sure. It was like one click apply. I hit apply, and it was like, your application has been submitted. And then I forgot about it for like a week, and I was like, sick. And then so they texted me on Tuesday, and they were like, hey, we want to bring you in for an interview tomorrow.
Sorry, they texted you?
Yeah.
Through
the through the
Oh, so like they DM'd you or something.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I thought
through
you
the website.
got a text to your phone, and I'm like, that feels odd already.
I did already. I did later. The first, it was a message through, hey, Lauren, how's it going? It was a message through the website's like DM thing. And then it was a text message just being like, hey, I sent you a message on here, but just wanted to follow up and see if you were available at this time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went the next day. Oh, sorry, that was Monday. Tuesday, I went for this interview. Do I have my days right? Yes, I do, because it's Wednesday.
We're only doing episodes on Wednesdays right now, Kurt.
Yeah, I know. Went on Tuesday. I should start off by saying like the job description was kind of vague, and like I know some people just like, and like this was for like what I thought was a local business, so I was like, okay, sure, like this person does not have a way with words. They just like wanted to throw shit out there, and I was like, and they didn't. I tried looking up this company, and they didn't have a website, and I was like, okay. also kind of weird, but like maybe they're a new business and like they have like, minimal business skills. So also kind of a red flag, maybe, but maybe that's what they need help for and they're hiring people. So I went, and the interview was like an hour and a half, and it was like more in detail about like what the job entailed and like what the company was. I think this is a good point to drop the name of the company, because it's not a local company. It's actually like a more global company. It's called, I got to make sure I say it right, because there's a very similar like legit company in Southern Alberta. It's World Financial Group is the company that I was interviewing for. So if you know what that is, you probably know where this story is going already. If not, you're in the same boat as me. So it's a financial services company, and they have like their own license. No, it's not their own. There is a licensing like program that they offer as well, like through their, like you can take it at a college, but they offer it as well. So they were like, yeah, so you just like sign up, do this licensing thing. It takes a couple weeks. And then the rest of the training is like on the job. And I was like, okay, cool. And then they were like, yeah. And then we just, because you're like dealing with people's financial information, like we just have to run a background check. And I was like, okay, yeah, no problem. And then they're like, yeah, we just need like name, address, phone number. And like, that was it. And I was like, okay, like you're verifying my identity and like seeing if there's like a warrant out for my arrest. Like, fair enough. And then they were like, yeah. And then, so I put it all in there, like, okay. And then we just need like your credit card, or like just take out your credit card, and it's like $100 for that. And I was like, okay, like I've heard like background checks are things that you can do, or like some companies like temp agencies, they'll like do their own background check, but you have to pay for it. And then I was like, okay, sure. Like this is, an expense of the job, whatever.
Oh no.
So I paid this thing. And then that's where things got like, after that, things got like really weird, like super, super weird. They were like, yeah, so we'll bring you in tomorrow for orientation. So that was like 10 a.m. work. And I was like, 10 a.m. is perfect. Yeah, and then they were like, okay. So this position, it can be kind of hard to explain to some people. So like, hold off on just like calling your friends and family for a couple of days, even though you're probably excited, because we'll teach you how to explain what your job is to these people. And I was like, what? Okay. And that's when things got really weird. And I was like, okay, like, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, what should I wear? And she was like, what you're wearing is fine. I was like, just wearing a button up and dress pants. It was like, cool. I got to my car, and then I Google World Financial Group. And you know how Google has like those suggested questions?
Yeah.
And the very first one.
Group a scam?
Yes, that was exactly it. That was legit word for word. That was the question. No. I was like, oh fuck, what have I done?
Oh no. And
so I read that, and it's like, it's a legit business. People do make money through it, but their methods are very sketchy. And it's like, like it. So it's essentially a pyramid scheme, multi-level marketing scam, whatever you want to call it. And
oh no.
Looking back on it afterwards, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh wow, they like, basically outlined their business organization as a pyramid scheme, but they drew it as like a, what's it called, a mind map, start with a circle, line, more circles, and like it comes around. And then I was like, well, that's pyramid scheme, but they didn't draw it as a pyramid, sneaky bastards.
It's, hey, the center of it is the top of it, and then it spreads out, right?
Yeah. And then I looked up their license, and it's bullshit. It's not like, it's not a legit license. It's only their thing. But I already committed to going this morning, Wednesday morning, to have a chat and for orientation for this job, in quotes. And I'm not even looking at the comments, but I see we have 11 of them. So if there's any good ones, feel free to pop them up. But
Ali, did you get recruited by an MLM? And then as you're explaining it, yeah, definitely an MLM.
Yeah. I will say, like, yeah, there was some red flags for sure. And like, I was like, okay, like this is a little weird, but like maybe it's this. Maybe this is the case. Like, whatever. I'll go and give them a try. So, long story short, I'm too trusting of a person. But after I figured it out, I was like, okay, I'll go this morning. I've got a couple hours to kill. I'm basically unemployed. Like, what the fuck else am I going to do?
I got some time to kill.
Yeah, so I was reading. There's a subreddit called anti MLM, and it's full of stories of like people that tried to get recruited by MLMs. And
Oh,
you do
no.
one search for World Financial Group on there, and there's tons of stories. So I was reading them and like some of the questions people were grilling with, and my story is not as good as any of theirs. Credit to the recruiter lady. She knows how to like dance around a question and make you feel good. Like she was phenomenal at her job. Shitty job, but she was phenomenal at it.
To be a great politician is what you're saying.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I went there today for a couple hours, and they did like their whole spiel, like, oh, these are the products we offer. This is how you sell it. All of these things that your banks offer, your RRSPs, your TFSAs. If you're not in Canada, then I don't know if those exist in the States. I'm sorry, but they're just investment accounts. She's like, yeah, all these are bullshit. Like the you want this one. This is the one. Like, and she explained this, and she was like, this is like the best. Like banks don't even offer it because it's hard for them to make money, and you make more money than they do, and like it's tax free, and like you can take money out of it, but like
They're really hyping
you're
this
really
up.
just borrowing it at like a 0% loan. And I'm like, how so? Because my background is in accounting, I was like, I was trying to like get in on like the grilling math question. So I was like, well, how do the banks make money if they're just like handing out free loans for them? And they were like, well, they just like take the hit on it. And I was like,
That's very counterproductive.
so you're telling me that the banks succeed by not making money? That's what is that what you're saying? So like I was nice about it, obviously, because I'm too passive of a person to directly call her out. But I got her like all spinning in circles, and like she would pause for a couple seconds, and I just noticed your name as well.
This would have been hilarious to listen to.
I thought about it. Yeah, I thought about it. But the best part, I think, because a lot of it is just me asking accounting jargon type questions, and her trying to dance around them and stuff. So it's not a great story that way. But the best part is with accounting and finance degrees, after you get them, there's designations you can get. So in Canada, there's CPA. I think down in the States they still use these, but there's CA, like chartered accountant, CMA, CFA, like all sorts of C's and A's and Q's and other things thrown together.
Different combinations of letters.
Yeah, and then with financial planners, there's CFPs, and they're all like accredited. Like these are like legit things that like they're basically master's degrees outside of like a university.
Yeah.
So the best part was she was like, when she was talking about their specific bullshit license, she said, yeah, like CPAs and CFP designations. She's like, you don't need any of those to do this job. She's like, in my opinion, those are for people without degrees that just want to feel like they've accomplished something. And I was like, I paused for a second and I was like, okay, cool. And in my mind, I was like, for a CPA and a CFP, you literally need to have a bachelor's degree. That is the number one requirement to get into those programs. And
oh man,
this was early on, so I was not quite at the level where I was like, I'm gonna call you out on this bullshit. But I thought that was hilarious that she just like totally ripped on these like bullshit designations and was like, our designation that is only for our company that we like totally made up is the legit one.
That's like saying like, yeah, you don't need to go to 8 years or whatever of medical school in order to be a doctor.
Yeah, you just need to do like a 2-week training program, and then just
grade 12 science and a 2-week training program on how to hold a scalpel, and you're all set. You're
little bit of job shadowing. Like, yeah, we'll get this guy that went through the same process that's doing open heart surgery, and you just watch him, and then
in the
you
back
can do the
alley,
next one.
by the way.
Yeah, exactly. So, so I got out of it. I just like straight up said like, I'm not interested. I got another job offer. Like, I'm not, like, this isn't for me. She's like, oh, well, you can like still work with us part-time, or like we can set you up on a referral program. I was like, no,
I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah. I was like, this is it. This is the end of our conversation. Like, see you later. So I'm out of it. I'm good. I'm out $100. I don't know. I'll see.
Oh man.
See what happens.
Hey, you know what though? You could also look at it as you're not out $100. you paid $100 for some stupid entertainment.
Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it, honestly. So,
Oh my god, that's incredible.
but yes, if you're just joining us now, World Financial Group, WFG, their logo looks like horse shit. So if you ever see that, like, run as far away as possible, because they don't just recruit like people with accounting or finance degrees. Like it's everybody. Their whole thing is like, oh, you don't need a finance degree to be a financial advisor.
Yeah.
I would be more comfortable if you did. To your point, Nate, like, oh, you don't need a medical degree to be a doctor. It's like, yeah, I guess, but
do.
I would, like, I don't know, if
I
you were
prefer
like
the doctor with the medical degree.
yeah, like if you are like an ex-military person and you saved like your whole squad after they got like lit up with bullets, and like you just like dug in there with like a rusty fork and like dug out the bullets and like bandaged the wounds, and then they survived, like, okay, yeah, maybe I would trust you then, because like you did some heroic shit like over in Afghanistan to like save these people without a medical license. So like, sure, I'll trust you then. But yeah, it's weird. So
Oh man.
yes. Oh, I should clarify, because I did leave this detail out. Ali says $100 lesson to learn to Google the companies you interview for. Yes, absolutely. That is something I should have done. But they, on the ad, they used a different name. They didn't use World Financial Group.
Oh, that's
shady. Yeah, I know. So I reported them on, obviously, but they they used like some other like bullshit one, and I Googled it and they were like, yeah, this is the address. And I was like, okay. And like they had a Facebook page, and I was like, okay, sure. But it did not say World Financial Group. So
they got a Facebook page. There we go.
yeah. So they were shady AF. But so yeah, definitely take Ali's advice though. Like definitely do some research on the companies, and look out for those popular MLMs.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a wild 24 hours, but it was fun.
That's fair.
Yeah,
there you
it was
go.
good.
At least you got some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wasn't just like going to ghost the person, because like if I can have some fun, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if I didn't have shit going on tomorrow, I probably would have strung them on for another day or two. But yeah.
So tell me more of how I don't need the degree that I worked on.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that's why they just go, oh shit.
At the end, I must have been giving off vibes of like, I don't care anymore. Like, I'm obviously out, because she started bashing accountants, and I was like, you know, like that's literally what I want to be, right? So
that's where you should have just started bashing pyramid schemes.
Yeah, right. I was so close, but like I was in a good mood this morning, and like I said, I'm a pretty like passive person. So yeah. Oh well,
fair.
Whatever. Yeah. So yeah, that's been my last couple of days. I think at the risk of running a 2-hour episode where we just talk about multi-level marketing schemes, we should maybe get into
be an off-season episode.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, in the off season, this will turn into like a cults and MLM podcast. But
oh man,
yeah, let's get into some Ducks talk, because we got a little bit of that and some hockey news as well this week. So unless you have a experience with an MLM, Nate.
I do though. I very quickly realized what it was, and I just backed out.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, good on
I think
you
a
for
few
not
of our
losing
friends
money,
got
but...
wrapped up in it though.
Oh, really?
I don't know how well they did.
Okay, we'll have to. I'm curious. We'll talk about it off air though.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into some Ducks talk here. Sorry, I talked for
that's fair.
Longer
That's
than
fair.
I usually do. So, Josh Manson he's currently playing in the Stanley Cup playoffs, Stanley Cup Finals with Colorado. But there is already rumors, this coming from Pierre Lebrun of TSN, that the Ducks are interested in taking Josh Manson back again in free agency. Obviously, he had 1 year left on his deal, and he was shipped out at the deadline. And after this, he gets to go wherever he wants. And evidently, he liked it in Anaheim. I think his wife or partner, I think they're married, right? His wife is still in Orange County.
Sure. Yeah. I'm not up to date on the wives of Orange County.
Fair enough. Is Josh Manson married?
That one's got to be a show, right?
Wives of
Yeah,
Orange County.
the Housewives of Orange County. There you go.
Yeah.
I think that's a TV show.
Oh yes, he has a wife and one daughter. I
Oh,
believe
okay.
they're still in Orange County though. So
Okay.
so that's a good sign. But I mean, it could also just be like stay here until we actually figure out where we want to go.
Yeah.
Ah, Ali says Julie Manson.
Oh, it's
Julie
from
Manson
OC. There
is
you go.
from Orange County. So cool.
There you go.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind Josh Manson coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and especially if you can go for like, hey, you want to come back here? You know how good it is, right? You've been with us for a long time. Can we make kind of like almost a hometown deal or something like that? Or like, hey,
Yeah.
can we lessen it a little bit and like we'll give you term on it or something like that? Yeah, it'd definitely be interesting. So I'd love to have Josh Manson back.
Yeah. I mean, I think well, because we lost both Delorier and Manson at the deadline, right? So
Yeah.
that was kind of the grit of the team. Like after that, we're just a bunch of marshmallows, really.
Yeah.
So I think we need to bring one of those guys back, or at the very least find a replacement. But I think Delorier and Manson, because they've already been here, are kind of the two guys that you have the advantage already to bring them back without overpaying to entice them to come to Anaheim.
Yeah.
So I think we should bring at least one of them back. But I do like what Manson brings more so than Delorier outside of beating people's faces in. So
yeah, I mean we could still bring in Nick Delorier. Remember, we have a shit ton of money that we could play with.
Yeah.
Right. But Nick Delorier is being sought after by a lot of different places for that ass kicking that he can do. So
yeah, exactly.
which I mean, it's not a bad thing if you're Nick Delorier by any means. So
yeah, exactly.
But I mean, yeah, would I love to have them both? Sure. Can you get another tough guy though? Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure. But
we do have a quick request here though. It's popped up a couple times. You need to introduce your new co-host. Just for those that are just tuning in or maybe a little confused here, Carter.
Yeah. Well, I saw you changed your name to Ron Swanson. So
and remember, I know more than you.
Yeah. You're like President's Choice, Ron Swanson.
Oh, ouch.
Hey, you were just talking yesterday about how President's Choice craft dinner is better than the original. Or
President's Choice macaroni and cheese, and that's a total Canadian thing because I don't think President's Choice is a thing in the States at all.
Oh, okay. I should have gone for Great Value because that's the Walmart brand, and they're in both.
There you go. But yeah, no, President's Choice macaroni and cheese is definitely superior to craft dinner.
Yeah.
Or
so who knows?
Macaroni and cheese as it is in the States.
Yeah, I could have been saying that you were superior to the OG Ron Swanson.
Maybe.
I'm not though, but I could have been.
Oh man. Yeah, Ali. I'm seeing your comment there. Assuming President's Choice is an off-brand. Yeah, it's called No Name actually up here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So the legitimate No Name brand.
Yeah.
Just the cheaper stuff. So
yeah. We also had a question from Lauren that's kind of in the realm of Ducks, and we talked about this a little bit more in depth on our last episode, so we don't have to get too much into it this time. But Nate and Carter, do you think John Gibson will stay?
I can answer this really quickly. He's staying unless there is a good deal sent to Pat Verbeek. I think that's where we're at.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
yeah.
Like it's a Godfather situation where there's an offer he can't refuse.
Yeah. And then last thing from Lauren here, tied game between the Avalanche and Lightning. Yeah, 2-2 with just under 9 minutes to go.
Score. Yeah, the flash score up so I can keep an eye on it. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I totally missed the second goal. It must have been when I was talking about my my adventures over the last couple of days. But
I think it was just before we hopped on, actually.
Oh, okay. That could have been why I missed it too. So yeah.
But I'll be keeping an eye on that. So I got money on Tampa. I said before that I was like, I'd actually be willing to put down money on whoever came out of the East. I got money down on Tampa here to win this series. So
yeah. You put down a bet before game 1, right? And then you put down
I put down put down a bet after game 1
Oh, right.
when they were
Okay.
down already in the series, and then I put
Yeah.
another bet down after game 3 when it became 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to put one down after it was 2-0 for Colorado, and I just forgot to.
Yeah, because that would have been some sick odds there. But
Yeah.
but I mean, it's not too late to still put money down on this series and who you think is going to take it, although the odds are probably going to be a little bit more even now. If you want to do that, I know it's a little early for us to be taking our break maybe, but the timing is just so perfect. So, but if you want to do that, promo code THPN at DraftKings is what you can use to get exclusive offers. Nate will tell you more about that. And on the other side of the break, we're going to talk about the NHL awards.
Hockey fans, the pursuit for the Stanley Cup is on, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, has an unbelievable offer for the most exciting playoffs in sports. New customers can bet just $5 on any team to win and get $100 in free bets no matter what, win or lose. Looking to turn a small bet into a big payday during playoffs? With DraftKings same-game parlays, you can do just that. Create your own parlay by combining multiple bets, like which team will win, how many goals will be scored, and more. It's your shot at an even bigger payout. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable, and best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. So, what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use the promo code THPN, bet just $5 on any NHL team to win, and get $100 in free bets no matter what. Again, that's code THPN, as in the Hockey Podcast Network, only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
All right, I'm back here with former U.S. President Teddy Roosevelt, and we're going to break down the NHL awards.
You know what? Okay, that one I'll take as a compliment.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I just in the break, I just looked up, guys famous for their mustache, and I scrolled, and Teddy has a very similar one to you. So
There you go.
I was like, you probably appreciate that.
If anybody's curious right now, if you wanted to put down money on the Tampa Bay Lightning winning the Stanley Cup, it's plus 230 odds still.
Not bad.
So that's not a bad deal.
What's Colorado, just for comparison?
Negative 280.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So really good
considering
odds to pick the Lightning, and that's not a bad bet to do considering the rest of their playoffs so far. So
yeah, it's 2-2 in the third period of Game 4. The series is 2-1 for Colorado, and Tampa Bay has been pretty dominant, I would say, in this game. So
scoring
pretty solid
36
odds.
seconds into the game.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll keep you posted on what's going on throughout the game here. I mean, if you're listening to this the next day, then it's just going to be random interruptions of shit you already know. But for those watching live here, we'll keep you updated on the game as we go through the NHL awards. And I think the best way to do this is to just go through the order that you have in here, unless you want to start with a specific one, Nate.
You know what? Let's start at the Lady Bing. Go down.
Because those were the ones that were
top. Because those were announced before the playoffs started, even.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So, or maybe not before the playoffs started, but they were announced kind of as things went on. So
yeah, not specifically at awards night on Tuesday. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll start with the Lady Bing then, which goes to the player adjudged. Is that a word?
I I copied and pasted this from the NHL website.
Yeah,
so
it's just stupid.
It's another argument that you can have with the NHL.
Yeah, I mean, I know what it means. I've just never actually heard it. I've heard adjudicated and I've heard judged, but never adjudged. Yeah. Anyways, to the player adjudged to have exhibited the best type of sportsmanship and gentlemanly conduct combined with a high standard of playing ability. And that went to Kyle Connor of the Winnipeg Jets. I mean, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is one of those awards that I can't predict. It's just sure.
Yeah, it's kind of okay. You had the least penalty minutes, kind of around that kind of topic. So
yeah,
but basically, you were a good boy. Good job. Here's a trophy.
Yeah.
Uh,
The King Clancy we already talked about because Getzlaff was up for that, but just as a refresher and for the sake of being thorough, that went to PK Subban. The King Clancy, in case you need a refresher, goes to the player who best exemplifies leadership on and off the ice and has made a noteworthy humanitarian contribution in his community.
yeah.
So, and yeah, like we talked about, PK definitely deserves the award. It would have been nice for Getzlaff to get one last little bit of recognition there, but it's hard to take it away from Subban given what he's done and how many nominations he's received in the
Yeah.
past. So
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? He'll get recognition from the Ducks next season, I'm guessing, with a jersey retirement. So
yeah, if not,
no, I don't have a date or anything like that. I'm just, you would assume it's next season.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if it wasn't, but it's going to be very soon anyways.
Unless they wait for Perry to retire, if they're retiring Perry's number also. They do them at the same time. That'd be kind of cool.
I don't know if they would do it at the same time, but they might do it like on back-to-back nights, like a home and home or something.
Or maybe they would though, because they came onto the team at the same time.
I don't know. I think
they were kind of a pairing for the longest time, right?
Yeah. I just feel like with jersey retirements though, it's like it's about this guy. So it could be hard to make it about these two guys, especially because Perry did betray the team and leave. Actually, no, he didn't betray the team.
He got
the
bought
team
out.
Betrayed him. It was the other way around. But
I was like, dude, what are you remembering?
Yeah, but since he did like go and play for other teams, like maybe if they both like played their first game together and played their last game together, then like okay, yeah, but.
So we're getting NHL 3's Ryan Getzlaff is going to come out of buttfuck nowhere while Corey Perry is playing for the Anaheim Ducks for one last go at it.
Yeah.
He gets traded in the offseason.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. So,
really, sorry, quick side thing before we get back to the awards here. What happens to Corey Perry if he loses now this year with the Tampa Bay Lightning? That's 3 straight cup finals he would have been to and lost.
Yeah, probably signs with Colorado just to lose in the finals again.
Oh man, that'd be brutal.
Allie just brought that up. If Tampa Bay loses, does they retire? Yeah,
he's still got a year on his contract though. I don't think the competitive nature is out of him just yet. I mean, not that it will be when he retires either, but I think he can still go for a little bit. He still has value to teams. So
he's been very productive in the regular season and the playoffs. Not like to his prime, but productive enough. So yeah. That's also a good point from Allie about them not doing it on the same night. They will probably do it as soon as possible because they want to market it and sell those tickets.
True.
And also, if you do them on separate nights, you can be like, this is Getzlaff's night, sell all the tickets. This is Perry's night, sell all the tickets.
Yeah.
So
exactly. Unless you wait until the season after. No, wait, or is that? Yeah, no, you wait till the season after because then it's the 30th anniversary of the team. You retire Getzlaff, you retire Perry, and you should have done what you should, or you do what you should have done a while ago. J.S. Giguère. You need 3 retirements for 30 years.
There you go.
I'm just throwing that out there. But Anaheim, if you want to use it, you can reach out to me on my LinkedIn. And I'll get you my PayPal account.
Yeah. Don't get confused though, because he has a beard in his LinkedIn profile, but doesn't. And right now, so
exactly. You can do the hand thing to my picture, and you can figure it out.
Yeah, well, you just need like a little thumb,
exactly.
maybe 2 fingers, depending on how big it is. But let's talk about the Masterton Trophy, the award that goes. Oh God, that sentence wasn't going to make sense. Trophy. Under the trusteeship of the PHWA, which is the
Professional Hockey Writers Association.
Nailed it. I knew that. I was just testing you. And is given to the player and is given to the player who best exemplifies the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey. And that goes to Carey Price, to very few people's surprise, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those awards that it's like, it was weird to see people arguing over who deserved it more. It's like, can't we just give it to all 3?
Yeah.
Like, we talked about this already, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but it's like, we're literally arguing about who went through a tougher time.
Yeah.
They all went through tough times. Everything's relative. Like, just give out the award.
Yeah.
Put all three on there. We're good.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add about that one? Or
No, I got nothing.
okay. The Selke Trophy, which goes to the forward who best excels in the defensive aspects of the game, went
The
to
Selke Trophy. The Selke Trophy.
Sorry, the Bergeron
The
Trophy.
Bergeron Trophy. Jesus Christ.
Obviously went to Bergeron's. Yeah. Like, honestly, if you asked me for two different players who have won the Selke Trophy, I probably couldn't do it. I probably could only tell you Bergeron, honestly. Can you name another one? Like,
I'm actually trying to right now.
yeah, right? Like, I know that other people have won it, but I'm like,
Yeah.
who the fuck are they?
The Selke is just not normally an award I'm really like.
Kopitar's
eyeing up.
won it, hasn't he?
You know, okay, let's take a look here.
I feel like Kopitar won it like back kind of in the Kings prime, like in the early 10s. But
You know, I want to see actually
sure.
the odds next year because you can bet on stuff like that, like who's
Mhm.
gonna win like what awards. I want to see the odds next year if Patrice Bergeron is back for Boston, at like just how low his odds are at winning
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah,
Oh, Barkov won it last year.
right.
Actually,
yeah.
Bergeron hasn't won it since 2017. Wow, we suck.
Apparently.
So yeah, so we'll go since 2017 then. Bergeron. 2018 is Kopitar. You're right for the Kings.
Okay. I thought he won it earlier, but yeah.
2019 Ryan O'Reilly. 2020 Sean Couturier, and then 2021 Alexander Barkov. Kopitar did win it in 2016 as well.
Okay.
Okay, so then if we're gonna go. Okay, let's go backwards now from 16 to 08.
Okay.
All right. So Kopitar, Bergeron,
Mhm.
Bergeron,
Mhm.
Taves, Bergeron, Ryan Kessler,
Okay.
Pavel Datsuk, and you're never gonna guess it, Pavel Datsuk.
Yeah. So it's a very small group, I guess, that usually wins the award. But
Yeah.
Taves actually would have been a good guess. I probably could have got there if given a little bit more time. But
I feel upset I didn't get Ryan Kessler. 2011.
yeah, right.
What the fuck?
Was he with Vancouver then, or
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. Okay.
That was because that was the year that that was
that was
the year that was the year that Ryan Kessler and the Vancouver Canucks would have played future Selke Trophy named after participant Patrice Bergeron and the Boston Bruins.
Yeah.
That started a fucking riot because Canada. No, I'm kidding.
Because Vancouver.
I remember hearing something like it was gonna be like there was gonna be a riot no matter win or lose. Like it was just planned pretty much.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I would believe that.
I don't know. Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't have sources like necessarily
Yeah.
directly to. I just remember hearing something about that.
I don't know. It's just a really good story, honestly.
Vancouver's just like win or lose, we are fucking shit up.
Yeah.
And they lost, and it went, man, this is gonna look really bad, but we are still fucking shit up. Oh man.
The Jack Adams Award, which is the award that goes to the player that is least like a player, in other words, a coach.
I was like, what are you reading?
To the coach, I just saw the word adjudged, and I was like, this is stupid. I'm just going to make up my own definition. The actual definition is to the coach adjudged to have contributed the most to his team's success, selected in a poll of the NHL Broadcasters Association members. Now, see, that's stupid. I'm just mad because it went to Daryl Sutter, and I hate Daryl Sutter with every presence of my soul.
Okay, I know he's the coach of the Flames, but how can you hate Daryl Sutter?
I hate Daryl Sutter, the coach. I love Daryl Sutter, the person. I think he's hilarious.
Fucking great when you get him like in front of a microphone.
Like after Oilers and Ducks games, I'm usually excited to like see the player interviews. For every other team, I could care less unless it's Calgary. And even then, I don't care about the players. I just want to hear Daryl Sutter. It goes like Edmonton players and Anaheim players, and then it's Edmonton and Anaheim coaches, and then it's Daryl Sutter. Honestly, Daryl Sutter might even be number one. Like sometimes I go out of my way just to watch Sutter highlights when the Flames lose badly. So
Oh jeez. Okay, so yeah, you want to talk about like just things that Sutter says. I don't know if we talked about this one. Have you watched the show Yellowstone at all?
no, I've heard
But
good
you at
things
least
about it,
know
but
of it
I know
though.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've watched a bit of
Is
it. It
Daryl
is
Sutter
really,
the
it
star
is
of
really
it?
good. No, so Kevin Costner is the star of that though, but
Oh, okay.
he is the Calgary Stampede parade marshal this year.
Hmm.
Which is a kind of a big deal, I guess, for Kevin Costner. And
Mhm.
there's a reporter at the end of the season that had asked Daryl after it got announced if he was going to go down to the parade, and go see Kevin Costner, because I guess it sounds like Sutter's a fan of the show Yellowstone and everything like that too.
Mhm.
And he's like, no, I'll probably what did he say? He's like, what's that, middle of July? Probably be He's like, hopefully we get some rain. I'll be cutting hay. He still got that farm
Big
out
summer
there.
plans there,
Yeah,
Sutter.
exactly. They still have the Sutter farm out in out at Viking there. So
Mhm.
he's still big on it. His first I guess it had been a Zoom interview because you were still kind of in like the bubble season last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, his first interview with press, like as the Flames head coach again, was out at the farm, just hanging out in his living room.
That's awesome. I mean, out of the nominees, I think regrettably, I have to say Sutter is probably the best choice. Andrew Brunette had a really good season, or Brunette? Brunette.
Yeah,
Andrew Brunette
yeah,
with
Burnett.
Florida had a good season, but
You did see that news today, right? I didn't put it in the outline at all because we don't have to talk about it. But you did see the Florida news today, right?
no, I didn't actually.
Paul Maurice hired as head coach.
Oh shit.
Now,
Huh.
if you're Andrew Burnett, you're going, okay, I had to take over this team from Joel Quenneville because of the shitty stuff he did in Chicago. And that's already, pretty big shoes to fill. Joel Quenneville,
Mhm.
great coach, unfortunately, shit situation and person in
Mhm.
that moment there.
Yeah.
So you got the holes to fill of it's like yeah, good coach that you had to fill the shoes of.
Mhm.
You also have a really good team with you, but you've never head coached in your life. And this happens, not even before the halfway point of the season. So you got a good chunk of the road to go here.
Honestly,
right? This
I
could
think it
fall
was
off
like
the tracks
a
very
month
quickly.
I feel like it was like a month into the season. Like it was early.
Yeah. Yeah. So this could fall off the tracks very quickly here.
Mhm.
But you coach this team to not only one of the, if not the best season in Florida Panthers history, you coach it to a President's Trophy. You are
Yeah.
the top team in the NHL.
Mhm.
You go through, you get into the playoffs there, and you have a bit of a hard time with Washington, but you know what? There's a lot of guys on that team that have playoff experience, right?
Yeah.
But you manage to get past them. You get to the second round. It's the first time that the team that you're coaching has gotten to the second round. It's the first time since 1996 when you played the Colorado Avalanche in the Stanley Cup final. You do all of this great stuff, and you're nominated for Coach of the Year. And the day after, you get told, yeah, we're going with somebody else.
Yeah.
That's got to be a shitty feeling.
No
if
kidding.
you're Andrew Burnett.
Alternatively, dude's gonna get fucking paid by somebody.
Yeah, he will.
gotta
If
think.
he wants to leave, and because guarantee there's still coaching vacancies, right?
Yeah.
Who still has vacancies right now? Boston, Detroit still does.
Yeah.
No,
I think
Dallas got
Chicago,
filled.
right?
Chicago, and I think there's one other team right now, but I can't think of.
Did Philly
who it
hire
is.
somebody? No,
Yeah, they hired John Tortorella.
Tortorella, yeah. Is it Vegas? Is Vegas the other team?
No, Vegas hired Bruce Cassidy last week.
Right. So maybe that's it then.
No, I think there is one more team. Anyway, though, yeah, if he wants to go be a head coach somewhere, he's got some pretty good teams.
Oh, Winnipeg.
Right, Winnipeg, right.
Yeah.
But it's sounding like Winnipeg is like not like the Jets. The city of Winnipeg is throwing everything they have at Barry Trotz to get him to come to Winnipeg.
Yeah.
So, and I don't mean like city government. I mean like local brewing companies are saying we will give you free beer for life if you come and coach the Winnipeg Jets in
Mhm.
minus 45 degrees Celsius weather for the majority of the year.
Yeah. Dude, I would eat that up in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where do I sign?
Yeah. Just to go back to something you said earlier, last season was actually the best Panthers season of all time by a long shot.
Perfect.
This last season they had 122 points. The next best season was 15-16 where they had 103. So 19 more points
Damn.
in the season. In terms of points percentage,
And what year was that? Sorry, you said?
15-16.
And that was that the year with Roberto Luongo? Yeah. Yeah,
Potentially.
Luongo, and they played the Islanders, I think, in that first round and lost.
It
If
just
I
says
remember that correctly.
It just says lost in the first round, so maybe. But actually, in terms of points percentage, the 2021 season was better. Even though they only got 79 points, there was 56 games, so
Yeah.
it was a 705 points percentage, and then 21-22 was a 744. So still like miles better, but oh, that's not the one I want. I want the 15-16 season. It was goalies. Yes, it was Roberto Luongo. And
Because I just remember cheering for Lou for that series.
yeah, absolutely. It doesn't.
John Tavares was still an Islander. If I have that correct.
Yeah, they lost 4-2 to the Islanders that year.
Yeah.
So yeah, just to update everyone on the game here, it is going to overtime, tied up at 2s. So second overtime of the series. I guess game 1 was an overtime game, and now we'll see how this one ends. But
well, it'll end in overtime, Carter.
Yeah, but like, what'll be the score?
3-2.
Okay, smarty pants.
For what team? I don't know, but I'm hoping it's Tampa.
Yeah, I think we're both cheering for Tampa in this series.
I kind of want to see history, and I also got money on it. So
yeah, and also
I want to see history.
Colorado.
Third, like the first three-peat since the 70s. That'd be kind of cool to see, actually.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, let's get into the controversial awards. Well, not controversial, but the ones that seem to be more controversial and people care more about.
Kind of confused why the Norris is what it is.
Yeah. But let's start with the Hart Trophy, which goes to the player judged to be the most valuable to his team. The winner is selected in a poll of the Professional Hockey Writers Association in all NHL cities at the end of the regular season. And this award went to Austin Matthews for his 60-goal, just insane campaign.
Now remember, the Toronto Maple Leafs have been around for 105 years now.
Yeah.
And Matthews set the scoring record this year with 60 goals.
Yeah.
He's also the first Leaf to win the Hart Trophy.
Which is wild. Yeah.
Again, 105 years of this team.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's hard to disagree with that. Like, obviously you can make the case for McDavid because it's Connor McDavid. You can make the case for Shesterkin this year because he was on a whole other level. Honestly, if this is kind of might be a hot take, but I think if the Vezina Trophy didn't exist, if there was no Goaltender of the Year award, I think Shesterkin takes the Hart. But because goalies kind of get their own award,
yeah.
I think there's some bias where like people are like, oh well, I put him first for the Vezina, so like I don't know, I will give the Hart Trophy to a player because there isn't just like best overall player, it's best overall player / goalie.
Yeah,
technically is the Hart. So
yeah, I do have the voting breakdown here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Shesterkin was very spread out across the board. So when they're voting for these, it's you put like a guy for first, a guy for second, and those get tallied up, and like first, second, third, fourth, they have a certain amount of points that go along with them. So that's how everything is totaled up. But Shesterkin had 24 first place votes, which is not a small number by any means.
Mm-hmm. In comparison to what the other guys got, though.
Yeah. 26 second and 41 third. There's also fourth and fifth, but McDavid, it felt very set right away though that it would be second or third for him. 29 first place votes, 66 second and 56 third. It was pretty. It was a majority vote basically from Matthews at first. 119 first place votes.
Yeah.
Then 49 for second and 15 for third.
Yeah. Which, I mean, he deserved it this year, honestly. So,
and I'm trying to figure out of what cities would vote for Austin Matthews to be fifth in Hart voting.
Boston.
Okay, so Boston's one. Arizona, they don't have him.
Yeah. Ottawa.
Yeah, maybe. And I feel like Toronto because
yeah,
he didn't get us past the first round again.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump ahead to the Ted Lindsay as well because Matthews also won this one, and it's basically for the same thing. Presented annually to the most outstanding player in the NHL as voted by fellow members of the NHLPA. So this is basically the same award, but voted by players, not writers. And they also picked Matthews. So I like when it lines up that way because it's because I trust the players more than the writers.
Yeah. So. The writers can definitely get skewed, but the Hart Trophy, obviously, because it's the longer lasting trophy, right? Like that was the MVP until I think the Lindsay was in the 70s or something like that. It got introduced.
Maybe.
Like the Hart Trophy is known as the MVP award, basically, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like the Ted Lindsay is more sentimental to the player that wins it because it's okay. My peers voted for this, and they believe me to be the best. Yeah, and that's pretty cool, actually.
It's the people that I pissed off for the last 82 games.
It's the people that I put
respecting
60.
Me.
It's the people that I scored 60 goals on.
Yeah,
and however many points, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And threw on highlight reels throughout the season on the bad end. So
yeah. Okay, now let's hop back to the Norris Trophy, which goes to the defenseman who demonstrates throughout the season the greatest all-round ability in the position, which went to Cale Makar, but it was a very close vote.
Yeah, so the controversy is coming a bit more out of the voting was put out. Cale Makar had 92 first place votes and 98 second place votes. However, Roman Josi, who came in second, had 98 first place votes, 76 second. It was a difference of, Carter, what's the math on that? I can't do that right now. 31 minus 6. It feels super easy.
31 minus 6?
25. There you go. I had to think about that for a second. It's been a day for me. Yeah, difference of 25 points. But the controversy is coming from, well, more people said that he got first. It's like, yeah, but that's not how the system works. So.
Yeah. And like the voting is more heavily skewed towards getting first place votes. Like for every first place vote, I think it's 10 points, and then a second place is 7.
Okay. Yeah, I forget. Here it's actually right here. Yeah. First place is 10, second is 7, then 5, 3, and 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, Josi got more first place votes, but like it's like you said, it's how the system works. But it's like in my mind, it's just between those two guys, right? And so like with Cale Makar, people either put him first or second. Very few people, from what I remember, put him third, fourth, and fifth. With Josi, he had slightly more first place votes, but then he had less second, and then quite a few more third, fourth, and fifth to kind of make up for what he lost in the second. So like, whereas Makar was like 1 or 2, Josi was like 1 or 3. Like he was a little bit more polarizing, I guess is the word. So I think in that way, like, I don't think there's a controversy. I think people just don't understand the voting system.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
But I don't know. Do you agree? Like, do you think
Yeah,
Makar was better than Yossi?
Kale McCarr was fantastic this year. You could tell the it wasn't even from the regular season. And maybe it's more of a recency bias thing here, but how many guys do you know can shut down Connor McDavid like he's a Timbit player?
Mm-hmm.
Kale,
Like one, honestly, one.
Kale McCarr.
Yeah.
He did that this year in the playoffs. There's a highlight that I remember seeing.
He did it in the regular season too.
Yeah.
So
Like there's like we all know Connor McDavid is fast as fuck, right?
Mhm.
Like he's consistently getting up in like the 40, almost 50-kilometer range. Sorry for the states. I'm not sure what the miles are on that.
Yeah.
But he can get up to speed if he wants.
Yeah.
Kale McCarr matched him backwards
Yeah, it's crazy.
and poked the puck off him like, no, just get out of here. Go in the corner.
Mhm.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
Like, just that one play summarizes, I feel like, why McCarr deserved the Norris this year.
yeah,
So,
I think
and he's been doing
because
it
it's
throughout the playoffs as well, on top of scoring and getting assists,
yeah.
right?
I think if it was purely an offensive award, it probably would have went to Yossi because
Yeah.
like the dude was insane this year for putting up points. But and not to say that he can't play defense because obviously he can, otherwise he wouldn't be a defenseman. He would be like a winger or something. But Cale McCarr has been like noticeably good on defense. Like most people say, you know, a defenseman's good when you don't notice them. But that only works so far. Like if you notice a defenseman, they're probably bad. And then if you don't notice them, they're probably good. And then if you like notice them, but you're like, oh, holy fuck, they're really good, then they're on a whole other level. So there's kind of the three tiers. So if you're noticed, you're either really good or really bad. And if you're not noticed, you're just like in the middle. And to me, like I didn't really notice Yossi doing anything spectacularly defensively this year. So but with Makar, you noticed and you're like, oh shit, that was that was awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's we're saving the best for last here. So let's go to the Vezina Trophy, which goes to the goalkeeper adjudged to be, there's that stupid word again. Goes to the best goalie as voted by the NHL GMs.
Mhm.
And that went to Igor Shesterkin, which I think
Not surprised.
yeah. Like if you're have so good of a season that you're nominated for the Hart Trophy, you're winning the
You're
Vezina.
up there. Yeah. And okay, so yeah, you said it was voted on by the GMs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the breakdown. Third place, you had UC Saros at the Nashville Predators.
Mhm.
And this voting is only 1, 2, and 3.
Mhm.
Saros had no first place votes, 9 second place, and 5 third.
Mhm.
Jacob Markstrom from Calgary, 0 first place votes, 14 second place, and 11 third place. And Shesterkin had 29 first place votes.
Jesus.
So
Out
29
of
of
32.
32 teams said, yep, Shesterkin gets it. 3 second place votes and 0 third place votes.
So what three GMs didn't three GMs didn't vote for Shesterkin. Wasn't Boston one of them? Or am I thinking? No, I'm thinking the Calder. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
Well, who
right
are the
here-
goalies that got the other first place votes? We can probably figure it out.
1 vote for Frederik Anderson of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Okay. So Carolina's GM.
1 vote for Mr. Andrei Vasilevsky.
So what's his name? Julian Brisebois.
And 1 vote for Ilya Sorokin. So Lou Lamoriello.
There you go. That's that's it. We solved the case.
But that being said, though, as much as it was a landslide for Shesterkin, you could look at those 3 goalies that also got like the 1 first place vote,
Mhm.
and you could see a reason why.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm just shocked
So-
that, Markstrom or Saros didn't get any.
I think it was just such a landslide again for Shesterkin.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like if you're paying any attention to goalies this year, Shesterkin all the way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like to
Which-
nobody's surprise, like I said,
Which
Shesterkin wins
I'm
this.
looking at this screen grab of Shesterkin at the NHL awards, and he kind of reminds me of Andrew Garfield when he went through his long hair phase. He looks very much like that. I'll have to send it to you after.
Yeah, do it. Okay. The award that everybody who's listening to this probably cares about, the Calder Trophy, to the player selected as the most proficient in his first year of competition in the NHL, selected in a PWHA poll, the Professional Hockey Writers Association. Before we talk about who won this and everything else, I want to talk about how Jeremy Swayman got first place votes. Yes, he had a great season for a rookie goaltender. But you're telling me that you looked at Moritz Seider, Lucas Raymond, Trevor Zegras, who was the other fucking guy who was the guy that actually got nominated? It's not Lucas Raymond. Michael Bunting. You looked at those four guys and you were like, no. Jeremy Swayman was way better than all of them. That blows my mind. Like,
I'm gonna make the case for Jeremy Swayman here for a second as a fellow goaltender.
As a first place vote, dude, if you can convince me, like, go for it. Let's see.
Swayman played in half the season this year, 41 games.
Okay.
Started 39 of them. That's a lot for a 23-year-old goaltender to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone one that also decided to bring back Tuukka Rask for a stint and send him back down to the American Hockey League.
Yeah.
Right? In those 39 starts, he went 23, 14, and 3. He had a 241 goals against average and a 914 save percentage with 3 shutouts. Again, as a 23-year-old goaltender. I look at that number and I look at the age and the limited experience, and I think that's impressive. I can see why.
Impressive enough that you would put Swayman down as your first place vote over Raymond, Seider, Zegras, Bunting?
Because goaltending is such a fucked up position in terms of development compared to everybody else, right? Like this would be like is similar to how early John Gibson broke into the league, right? Like we think like, oh yeah, John Gibson's been around forever and that kind of thing, but then he's in the prime of his career, and it's like, wait, something doesn't line up. Normally, when you're getting to the prime of your career, that's when you enter the NHL as a goaltender, usually.
Yeah.
Right. But he got in a lot sooner and was doing fantastic. If we're running the World Cup again and we're bringing back Team North America, Jeremy Swayman is your John Gibson.
100%
team.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm not trying to knock Jeremy Swayman. I just don't think I would look at Jeremy Swayman and be like, you deserve the Calder Trophy. You are the first place guy.
Yeah,
like you deserve recognition. Sure, put him second. I don't care. Yeah. But like you got to put like it should be Seider Swayman or Zegras Swayman, Bunting Swayman, Raymond Swayman. I don't care.
I think just how ridiculous the position is. The numbers that he put up are veteran numbers. I can see why somebody would vote that way. I'm not saying that he deserved to get first place by any means. I'm just saying that I can see why somebody would take a look and go, that guy could deserve it.
Yeah. He had, was it 1 or 2 first place votes? I don't remember.
He had 2.
Okay.
And 3 second place, 14 third place.
Yeah, which is fine.
And he went 22 and 23 for 4th and 5th.
Okay.
So he definitely got his recognition, though. He finished 5th in voting.
Yeah. Yeah, which I think makes sense. Like 4th or 5th is probably where I would have put him if I got a ballot. But it's just like mind-boggling that people would put him first. And I mean, if it's 2, it's wow. I bet Boston has 2 writers that are part of the PWHA.
Yeah.
So like that's probably where it came from. I mean, Nate would have obviously put him there too, but
I wouldn't have put him first. No, I wouldn't have put him first, but I can see. I was just saying, like, I could see why somebody would.
Gotcha.
Like,
I thought you were trying to make the case for like I would put him first. Yeah. Okay.
No. I I definitely have him in my top 5 though, for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And you know what? I'd actually probably have him third, if I'm being honest with you. And
Yeah.
thank fuck the writers got it correct. I was saying
To an
before, and I was saying before, and if any Leafs fans got mad at me, I actually didn't see it. So, Michael Bunting, I don't think deserved the award this year.
No.
He finished third.
He had a
in
great
voting.
season as well,
Yeah.
like Swayman, but
7 first place votes, 51 second, 65 third, and go on from there. 877 points in voting points, not 877 points in the season. Jesus.
Yeah.
Our boy, Mr. TZ, Trevor Zegras, TZ, if you're from Canada, 15 first place votes, 100 second place votes, 57 third, and then yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
And the winner, Mr. Moritz Seider of the Detroit Red Wings, 1,853 points, 170 first place votes, 18 second, third, or 3/3, 4/4, and 0/5.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it would have been closer between Zegras
I thought it
and
would have been
Seider,
a little
honestly.
bit closer as well, but once I started going through the numbers on Seider again, remember back like with me talking about this award, I'm like, you're comparing 2 completely different players here.
Yeah.
2 completely different positions, 2 completely different play styles, right? So you take a look at like, Zegras and Bunting. Yeah, Zegras is taking that all day, which he did.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying that the writers had this correct. That Bunting should not have been anywhere close, and it should have been between Zegras and Seider, which it still was in a way.
Yeah.
Now, Moritz Seider had 50 points as a rookie NHL defenseman. That's pretty damn good.
That's, I think, from what I remember, we probably talked about this before, but that was pretty similar to Makar's rookie season, right?
Yeah.
Like, didn't Makar put up 50?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Moritz Seider also put up 50 points on the Detroit Red Wings. Pretty damn good.
Like an NHL bottom feeder this year.
Yeah. Moritz Seider also put up 50 points on the first line of the Detroit Red Wings. Think about the East in general and how much all those teams will eat you up if you have any minimal defense. He wasn't up there. I'm talking a lot about his points, but that's a major talking point there, that he got 50 points as a defenseman, as a rookie defenseman. But he was also trusted as a rookie to play first line minutes against guys like Brad Marchand.
Yeah.
Against guys like Steven Stamkos and Nikita Kucherov. Against guys like Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Against Barkov I believe Barkov's on the first line for Florida.
Yeah.
Who else? I'm trying to think around the East there.
Ovechkin.
Yeah. Yeah. Ovechkin. You're going to get in front of his shot. All right. I trust you with Alexander Ovechkin. I trust you with Matt Barzal of the New York Islanders. Right. Like, I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I saw it and I'm like, I'm not hurt about this. This is the either way it went, it was the right choice in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we did make the case for both of these guys when we talked about it. Like, so if Zegras was going to lose the Calder, it might as well have been to Moritz Seider because dude had a phenomenal season. Like,
now if he lost to Lucas Raymond, I'd have been pissed.
Yeah, no kidding. Or Michael Bunting, like fuck off with that. Like, no. But I like Ali's comment here. People just hating on Z because he's so cool, and also not mad about Seider winning, though I like him. Plus, apparently, he's the first German to win.
Oh,
interesting.
Congrats to him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess given how many or how few Germans there are in the NHL, like in history, it kind of makes sense. So
yeah. But you know what though? If Anaheim Ducks fans are still upset about Zegras losing the Calder, right? Just listen to me for a second. It's okay. There's other trophies that he'll be going for in his future here. Maybe
Hart Trophy,
maybe
Ted Lindsay.
Yep. You could see those
Vesna.
two. No, maybe not quite, not quite. What's most points in the year? That's
Oh
a
my God.
potential.
Art Ross.
Art Ross. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
Rocket Richard.
going potentially.
Potentially. If he wanted
I'm
to.
looking more at the Art Ross for Zegras
Oh, for
with his
sure.
passing
Yeah.
abilities.
I don't know. I think if he wanted to, well, I mean, maybe not in a league with, Ovechkin still and
For another
Matthews.
5 years, remember?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Austin Matthews entering his prime, McDavid and Draisaitl, Kucherov, no. Maybe not. But you never know.
But he's also still very early in his career striving for a Stanley Cup with the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Absolutely.
It's okay.
Yeah. Ali says here, Sidney Crosby also did not win the Calder. There was a tweet I saw, and there was four guys that are like big names that didn't win the Calder. So Wayne Gretzky never won a Calder. I mean, his situation's a little bit different.
Weird WHA NHL merger stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Connor McDavid never won a Calder. Sidney Crosby never won a Calder.
Yep.
And there was one more of like big name NHL players that like in relatively recent years, and I don't remember who it was. But I mean, even those three, like everyone still talks about how great they are. So
yeah, so just remembering the reasons for all of them. So yeah, Wayne Gretzky was the weird WHA stuff. The NHL, when the merger happened there, considered like anybody who had played time in the WHA, they weren't rookies for the NHL, right?
Yeah.
Like they were veterans at that point.
Yeah, even though Gretzky was 23 or 24 when they entered?
Something like that, yeah.
So like still
maybe even younger.
Still technically would have been an NHL rookie that would have fallen under the eligibility rules.
Exactly. So. Connor McDavid, I'm kind of jumping around here. Connor McDavid got hurt. That's where the Connor McBroken joke started.
Yeah.
And then
also Panarin had a phenomenal season that year too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was Artemi Panarin adding on top of that, but it would have been McDavid's otherwise. So, and I still think back to that, not the incident, but just that the guy that broke McDavid's collarbone surely brought in the following season.
Yeah.
I still get a chuckle out of that one. Great guy, Peter Chiarelli. Horrible GM. And then going back to Sidney Crosby, that's Sid's year if there's not a lockout in 2004, 2005. Yeah. Because the Calder winner for that year was, some guy out of Russia named Alexander Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's another year where you're just like, yeah, it could be either one of these guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, no, wait, didn't OV score 50 in his first season?
Probably, yeah.
If he did, then actually, yeah, no, that's just Ovechkin. Let me double check that here.
Yeah, go for it. I don't remember, but I mean,
52 goals and 54 points for 54 assists for 106 points in his first NHL season.
Shit. This is from the Hockey News. Other remarkable players that didn't win the Calder. Ron Hextall. I'm just kind of scanning because there's lots of names. Patrick Laine. But I mean, I wouldn't necessarily put them up
Matthews, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily put Laine in the list of like McDavid and Crosby, but Chris Chelios, Nick Lidstrom.
Interesting.
Grant Fuhr. Yeah, those are kind of the big names that I recognize. A lot of the other ones are from like the 40s and 50s. So yeah, lots of you only get one chance, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Like you said, there's better awards out there to win.
Yeah.
Lauren says here as well, Trevor Zegras deserved the Calder. He did deserve it, but in any other season, he probably would have won, but because of Seider, just
that's one of those things that you just got to look at and be like, I'm not even mad. Seider had a great year. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, maybe McTavish will get it next year.
There you go.
Maybe.
There you go. Bring it.
God, I don't know. The Canucks signed I forget his first name, but Kuzmenko out of Russia as well.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so another Russian here to
put him up with Pedersen.
Yeah, another 24 or 25-year-old Russian here to steal the Calder Trophy from some 19-year-old.
Oh
Stupid.
man.
Yeah. Well, those are the
yeah.
awards. That's our thoughts on them, I guess. You have anything else you want to say?
Got nothing else.
Okay, cool. Well, let's take a quick break. We'll kind of wrap up our thoughts on the NHL Stanley Cup Finals so far. Game 4 still going on. See if we get an answer.
10 minutes.
while we take
10
a
minutes
break.
left. Yep.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll just talk about what we've seen in game 4, but we'll miss the overtime stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, take a quick break here. We are on this one, I believe, and see ya in a minute.
Did you know that your favorite band also loves your favorite hockey team? If you love hockey and you love music, you're going to love Bar Down Breakdown, a podcast that explores the crossover between alternative music and the sport we love, hockey.
Every NHL player wants to be in a band, and every band guy wants to be in a pro athlete.
With guests from all over the globe, come along with us as we interview some of the most captivating names in alternative music and talk about why we love hockey and how it's influenced us.
There was for a few seconds a thought of like, well, maybe we should wear Montreal jerseys, and the NHL was like, I think you should stay neutral. And we're like, yeah, you know what, you're probably right.
So tune in every Tuesday on the Hockey Podcast Network, where we'll have a brand new guest and a unique look into the bridge between hockey and music.
So the Tampa Bay Lightning, last time we talked, went up 1-0 in the series against the Colorado Avalanche. They then proceeded to wipe the floor with them 7-0 in game 2. And then in game 3, Colorado finally answered back, winning 6-2 in a very dominant game of their own. And now we've kind of returned back to game 1. We've got a 2-2 game going to overtime. Game 1 was 3-3.
Sorry, I think you got that a little mixed up.
What did I say?
You said Tampa took game 1 and Colorado swept the floor in game 3.
No, did I? I meant game 2.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. And then
Colorado took game 1, and then they took game 2, and then Tampa came back, swept the floor with Colorado in game 3, 6-2. And now we're at game 4.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think you froze for a bit, so you might have missed part of that. I could have.
No, I heard you saw you the
okay.
entire time. Like that's like right away. I was
weird.
like as soon as you said like Tampa took game 1, I was like, what? No, they did.
Oh, that's the part I messed up. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, and then you got game 3 wrong as well. You said Colorado swept the floor.
Ah, fuck.
I'm pretty sure at least. I got to go back and
No,
listen to
I
it
think
now
no.
after.
You're right. You're right.
I was like,
think. Yeah.
wait, what?
Yeah, I thought you were saying that I messed up something like with game 2, but yes.
No, you're all good. You're all
Colorado
good.
took game 1 and game 2. Tampa finally answered in game 3. Yeah, I definitely said it wrong. You're right. Now in game 4, it's kind of the same as game 1. Tie game, going to overtime. Could be anybody's game, even though I would probably give the slight edge to Tampa in this one. But
Please.
no, I just mean like in the play, like throughout, like they looked like the better team. But but yeah, obviously, it's next goal wins here. So, that was close.
Oh, you have the game up.
I do. Yeah, I've got it.
I just have the flash score up. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no. So I'm looking to see if anything happens because right now Colorado's got some good pressure going. But yeah, this is kind of everything we wanted from the Stanley Cup Final. I think like even if Colorado does go up 3-1 in this series, like
I'm still not counting Tampa out yet.
No,
if that happens, I'm still not counting them out.
Yeah, and it's still been a battle, right? So
yeah.
But it's good. This is two powerhouses just like going at it.
Love it.
It's amazing to watch.
Great.
So, after game 2, were you like kind of counting Tampa out or?
No, that's what I wanted to double down on my money.
Yeah. Yeah. I know,
because
right?
they went down 2-0 to Toronto in round 1.
Yep.
And came back and won. Florida, they just said, no, fuck you. 4-0 sweep.
Yeah.
And against the Rangers, they went down 2-0 in the series and came back. 4 straight games.
Yeah. It looks like Colorado just scored. I thought the play was blown dead, but I guess apparently not. So
Oh,
They are.
yeah.
Tampa Bay hasn't left the ice. It looks like we could potentially get a challenge.
Ooh,
Is the
that's a
Oh!
momentum shift. That
no? I think they did score. Oh yeah, the puck wedged itself between the net and like the top bar, like inside.
okay.
So people were like, "Where the fuck is the puck?"
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's definitely a
Shit.
goal. Yeah.
Shit.
Nazem Kadri scoring the overtime winner. So making an impact in his first game back.
Yep. Damn.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, I say I want Tampa to win because, again, I got money down on it, but I won't be upset if Colorado wins. Nazem Kadri's grown on me. Not going to lie.
Yeah. Little redemption tour after he got bashed by the Blues.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even just like the last few seasons of him, like his playoff tactics that get him suspended for like 3 years straight, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Then go and actually play like a clean series, do really well, be a key contributor, and hoist the cup. It'd be kind of cool. So
Yeah.
I still
Yeah,
want to
for
see.
sure.
I still want to see history though with a three-peat.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, like I'm not going to be mad either way who wins this, but I would prefer Tampa.
yeah,
Honestly. So, because like you said, it's it'd be cool to see them win 3 in a row. Like
yeah.
we might never see that again.
No.
So, but Lauren had some comments here. If the Avs win the series, I will admit I was wrong about them. I said they would choke, and I will gladly admit I was wrong about them if they win the series. Yeah, I think a lot of people. Well, I mean, I think Colorado, like as good as they are, we're kind of the underdog going into the series because Tampa Bay has just been on a fucking tear since 2020.
Which is wild. Yeah, because like Colorado's all like they did better in the regular season, and yeah, they've just been a juggernaut. But then it's you're coming up like in the Stanley Cup final here. The last boss is the guy who's won it 2 times in a row before this. Good luck.
Yeah, right. So it's it's really
Josh Manson also
interesting.
could raise the cup.
Yeah, which
There
is
you go.
cool. Yeah,
From a Ducks perspective.
Cogliano as well.
Cogliano, yeah, you're right.
So yeah, I mean, now that we know the result of this in kind of perfect timing, because we just started talking about it, the series is now 3-1 Colorado, going back to Colorado for Game 5, chance to win it on home ice there. I think Tampa takes Game 5 and 6. I think they steal the one in Game 5. I think they win one at home because they're just ungodly in the like when facing elimination, and then Game 7 fucking flip a coin because I have no idea at that point.
I think it'd be great if we're talking next Wednesday about, man, Tampa hoisted the cup for the 3rd time in a row last night in Game 7, Tuesday night.
Yeah, we could be. Yeah,
I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's I love Game 7 for the cup. It's just a whole nother feeling because it's like that same feeling of like the Super Bowl where it's like you've got one game to win it. That's what Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Finals. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
You guys are the 2 best teams. You've both proven it now because you won 3 series and then have each won 3 games in the last one. And now it's like, okay, who wants it more tonight?
Yeah.
Who wants it more?
Now, just because I thought about it, and I actually hope this doesn't jinx anything.
maybe you should just not say it then. I don't know.
If Colorado wins Game 5 coming up here now, they would have had 3 losses in the entire postseason.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, I know. That's
oh my God.
It's just as impressive as to me as Tampa Bay winning it. Well, no,
Yeah.
not just. It's almost as impressive as Tampa Bay winning it 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty damn good.
yeah, but either way, we're getting spoiled right now on
We are.
this series. So it's a lot of fun. I don't know. Do you have any other thoughts like on the series as a whole, or any specific players or anything? Or
Cale Makar is just, looking to add one more trophy or 2 more trophies, I guess, to his cabinet this year after the Norris last night. He's looking for the Conn Smythe and the Stanley Cup and the Stanley Cup. So
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Because the series will definitely be over before our next episode, because Game 7, if necessary, will be next Tuesday. Who do you think right now? Who do you think wins the Conn Smythe?
Cale Makar.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not even thinking about it. Cale Makar.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cale Makar or Vasilevsky. But
yeah, if Vasilevsky comes out and just says nope, fuck you, like we know he can,
yeah,
then it's Vasi. But if Colorado takes it, it's Makar. Actually, you know what? Yeah, the only way that a Tampa player is winning it is Vasilevsky if he shuts the door. It's Makar's win or lose, I think, actually.
Yeah, because at this point, Vasilevsky has to have three games where he probably needs to basically shut out the Avs. Like, he could maybe let in one goal in the next 3 games.
We've seen it, though.
Exactly, I know. So that's why it's not weird.
That's why I'm like, they're down 3-1, but I'm not counting them out.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is still a series. This is a series until the buzzer blows at this point.
Yeah.
The buzzer goes. Yeah.
Like, I think I have to give the edge to Cale Makar as well, because, like, say Tampa wins these next games 4-3 or like 5-4 or 5-3 or like whatever, like where Vasilevsky is not like the star, then I think even if Tampa Bay wins it, it's going to Cale Makar. The only way Vasilevsky wins it is, like you said, if he just puts on like a fucking clinic for the next 3
last
games.
3 games. Yeah.
So yeah, it's Cale Makar's to lose, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think it's pretty unanimous.
Yeah. Hey, local guy for us. That's kind of cool. Yeah, grew up a couple hours from us, so
yeah, exactly. It was really cool to see his dad there on Father's Day. Or I guess it was no, it was the Saturday just before Father's Day.
Just before,
that was really cool. And he got 2 goals that game, I think, too. Yes, because that was the 7-0 game. So
yeah,
he got 2 goals and his dad was there. So, and like, yeah, that was just awesome.
Yeah.
Told myself I wasn't going to cry, but got a little stuffy. Someone was cutting onions next to me.
That's all right. No shame.
Yeah. Okay. We've got What's Quacking, a little carryover from last week.
Yeah.
So I see you've already got it pulled up here. So let's just get onto it.
Sorry, really quickly here. Ali's just saying, Nate, I just noticed who is behind you. Are you talking about that there? If it is that there, it's a cardboard cutout of me that was sitting in the Saddle Dome during last season.
That can't be you. That guy has a beard.
Oh yeah, right. The fuck is that guy then? I don't know.
It's like your doppelganger. What would What would Nate look like if he had a beard?
Oh, all right. Well, Carter, I know you love the sea shanties.
I'm here for it.
I know you love your coffee when you're able to drink it.
Yeah.
And so I saw this that combined the 2 worlds, and I figured you would appreciate it.
You're probably right.
Once was a man that was sleepy, so the man brewed himself a pot of coffee, but the coffee did not awaken him, so he drank more and more. Soon then anxiety comes, buzzing, jittering vibrations. Now cause of caffeination, he's just anxious and tired.
Beautiful.
Sums it up perfectly.
Man, Are sea shanties like Scottish or Irish or something? Do you know?
I have no idea what it is exactly.
Okay. It's something like that. But like when I'm drinking in a pub, nothing gets me like more hype than a sea shanty coming.
Exactly.
Like, I'll like be sitting there and like start pounding, and then like, you know, the main part hits and like the chorus, I guess, like of all like the voices, and like I'll be like jumping around, like slamming schooners together. Like, I just fucking love it. I'm so here for sea shanties.
Ali saying Rockstar by Nickelback sea shanty version. That's what you need to listen to. I think that was the first one I pulled up on this show.
It was, yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, we've checked that one out. Love me some Nickelback, love me some sea shanties.
Love it.
We got the combination here, don't worry.
But yeah, no, I just turn into like a degenerate when it's sea shanties and Irish music just get me going. So like Irish pubs are a dangerous place for me to be.
All right, so I got to take you to one. Sounds good.
Yeah. There used to be in in our hometown, well, not our hometown, where we live now, there used to be a place called the Tilted Kilt. It was open like just when we moved here. I don't know if you'd ever been. For those that don't know, it's basically Hooters, but Scottish. So they wear like very short kilts. And I wish that place was still open, just because like it would be a cool
place
vibe
to go to now.
Yeah. Because like you just know the music's gonna be awesome, and they'll have like some cool beers there. But there is the Kingsman Ale House is what it is now, and I think it's a local place. And I've been there a couple times, and it's pretty cool.
on Mary McGrath you're talking?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be where the Tilted Kilt was, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, I have been there as like the Kingsman though, and it's really good. So
yeah.
I enjoy
Okay.
it.
Ali has done some research for us. Google says sea shanties found mostly on British and other European ships and had some roots in lore and legend.
Oh, sweet.
Cool. So yeah, British, UK, English type thing. But
Yeah. There you go.
I mean, English and Scottish like are my ancestral backgrounds, so that area it's probably like in my veins that sea shanties just like get me going.
Oh man.
So thank you for that, Nate.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Whenever I come across a good sea shanty, I send it to you, or I save it for the show, so that everybody can just see the joy in your face.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. So,
Oh man.
all right.
All right.
Well, Nate, if people want to send sea shanties to you to send to me, where can they do that at?
You can do that on Twitter at Tatenamas, TateNhomas. I will only respond to it though if you call me Bron Swanson. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say your Twitter handle was at Swan Ronson.
Fuck, I should have went with that one.
Yeah, that would have been good. I was hoping you would have. I was thinking, I should put that in the chat so he said it. It would be hilarious, but I'll just say it instead.
or it'd be Sun Rawanson.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Swan Ronson, but
Swan Watson. Yeah.
It's your name. You can do whatever you want. Ali's comment. They have a tilted kilt in Temecula. Temecula. How would you say that?
Temecula.
Okay. They have a tilted kilt in Temecula, which is close to Anaheim, like 40 minutes away. Cool.
Sweet.
We'll go there whenever we make it to Anaheim.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah. For the food, not
the
for the
rest of my family's going to Vegas
women.
this week, and I'm just like, I'm stuck here still.
That's lame. But yeah, thank you guys very much for listening. We appreciate you guys listening to the podcast, especially in the off season when there's not as much Ducks or hockey news to listen to. So 5-star review, you can leave that on Apple, and you can leave that on Spotify now.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so that really helps
Please
out the
do.
show and can give us that nice boost going into season 4, which is crazy. And then if you are on YouTube, the Quack Report on YouTube is where you can go to like and subscribe and comment if you have something you want to say as well. And myself at Carter_Potts. Damn it. At Carter_Potts, POTTS_97 on Twitter, where you can send me your MLM schemes and I will fall for them every time, apparently. Thanks for listening.